and we want to make sure that we eradicate that. That is our galamsey here. That is what is worrying us. And I can only promise that you will always get my support. But there are certain issues that I think that we need to get them straight so that it is for the betterment of the mind. Sometimes it all has to do with resources. And I would propose, like we said, the solution maybe uncoming, but if we can establish a task force. Then that task force will oversee the implementation of some of these things. At least we'll be able to curtail. In fact, it is very painful. Like you said, I'm also a farmer, and so I know the trauma that farmers go through, especially in the US, and then one day they just walking. In fact, so I move forward from Pine. I personally visited one farm at Dimango. Yes, and it was devastating. So I think we should do all that. I've always said that charity begins at home. And he said if we can put our acts together, then we will get somewhere. But I always also believe, say, if we put our house in order, the battle will be easy. Because near Melbourne said, and let me be a bit blunt. Sometimes we speak here, but there are people involved. You see the assemblymen, they come out, oh, we don't have anything, but they are deeply involved. Just as we are speaking, I'm battling that one. And that has to do with an assemblyman and somebody from that area. And yes, they don't just come there. It is our own people that we invite them. And my intel is this. This year, Ushema, December, but it has delayed because the agents are negotiating with the people. So they haven't reached a conclusion. Until now, you don't see the influx. I think that this is a step in the right direction. If we are able to as it were, truncate these things, we will get it. And like I indicated, I'm all out for this. But let me also react to when you are you see, in the police circles, we have what we have SOPs. SOPs, standard operating procedures. Now, when you make a case, this is what you have to do. You do this, you provide the evidence, because we always say that he who alleges must prove. So when it comes like this, these are the procedures. Unfortunately, what we have is, by the time they come, the evidence would have been tampered with. And the police, you go there, you don't have any evidence. And without evidence, you cannot proceed to court. It's not automatic. And so sometimes they come without evidence, and I understand them. They expect you to conjure magic. It's not their fault, because they are traumatized and they want help. But unfortunately, we are not in the position to give that help. Not because we cannot help, but because we don't have the evidence to help them.
But how is Kwame and the regional police command?
I agree, but I cannot. I am in Nkoranza. I don't speak for the regional command. I'm speaking for Nkoranza. That is my listen here. So what happens there, I'm not a party to it. But let me also make this clear that the regional command has original jurisdiction over districts and divisions, and so they can come. But like you said, normally when it comes, we need collaboration. That is it. So sometimes that is it. But I think that let us not veer off. Let's concentrate on what we want to do, so that we don't lose focus. Okay. I pledge my support to ensure that we bring this to the order.
If you are there, come your book, I'm not going to food survey. Almost on my tacky, it is a cayenne, a quarter seven. If it does ever, no, be a friend, fully for why they say, security task force near there. It's not as I ever come. See, two problems of fear, now, yet the piano, a young one, a lady. Any guy of Basay, which has best practices, Yakov fee, I go. So now, yeah, on 2 year man. They trace someone a call for me. But then MC, Florida Castle, you penetrate the hour. A while you. If you are not grab a center, a bear, country market, and just stop one or money a revenue. You never possess any money I had. You told her. But say, yet the year to yet as I said, the end. But who could be as somebody they will wait forward. I won't be any. And it's so good problem. But then I play a fighting approach. The very then retreat. And a problem as I say, I have it's not so nice with and I say because I open one MP. I mean, who's the root cause? It is here I put you from the root cause. The police commander, no more I created that winner. But within I have also a from two. It's not whatever woman. The best of society in a same 50 years. Then what about the private of the other day? People are there fronting them to come. Because honestly, the guarantee period will go out. It means the message. The man tried to go free. The 2 of you here. Because they said, we bet to refute the man in the Japa. Nana, friends said, I know what to do. But what will they get for us? Simply because who invited us. It is the same applies to say, oh, man, will be a Obi fi na tia ba na tete fie ni ere ewo kasi obi benya wa na ere efifie inana mesre ani de ye beka we take 1,000 decisions but we did the home langasa ya put that root cause here. Then I think just a joke whatever but edu be bia na mesre mo you money na you serious and yet the best practice that you copy from somewhere then we do it. Say person there, then we make sure say you hear it to be within there. The local ones one they will work. Then the rest will hear follow. But now you hear the usual you see the ECOWAS treaty. ECOWAS treaty is another issue. See it's mama obi to come obi to baby. International another issue. Say attack law. So we come beyond the baby all by myself will be there. Because family are too. The other, no, laptop. Anyone in the area, yeah, just to feed ourselves. Do for our woman, MSN media. It is a very best practice in ever cook, Sago never cook, whatever. Then we see our best. See, I'm persevere. Then, National like Kitapo, Democrat, will run cancer. I know teaching man, will run. I don't go far, could you can be money a day. Yakoyako, that's about you could do baby. No, so a draft one come away. It should be all video. But then, they night no man about farmers in the phone or no more consumers. When I come to the commander, dear, no. It's the end serious. It's the chassis 50 years. The airport local group. And yes, I are still making a decision.
I came to Nkoranza from Atebobo in 2001, 16 December.
Okay.
Whilst I was walking away from Atebobo to this place, I was walking out of a problem. Fulani had a conflict in Atebobo. And I was deeply involved as an administrator, taking instructions from our boss, the coordinating directors. When I got here, the same problems were here. But here it took a different dimension.
Okay.
In March 2022, there was an official communication from Mr. Kandapa, the former national coordinating, security coordinator. It was a directive regional minister to find a lasting solution to the problem. In fact, he said we must bring a foe closer to the matter immediately.
Okay.
So what happened was that there was a joint RESTEC music meeting. But before we got into the meeting, there was a roadmap already. All the stakeholders in Nkoranza has not rested on their oars on this matter. Whether they are the chiefs, the assembly members, the politicians, everybody played a role. So what we did was that we decided that we'll have to carry out a special, that is where we are. Honorable, what do you call it? My friend, the Honorable MP, talked about the fact that we have some external forces. That is very true. The external forces are there. But the fact of the matter is that there are serious local collaborators involving Odi Cruz, community opinion leaders, honorable assembly members. This is a fact. If we close our eyes to these local collaborators, this exercise will work. We must go the full hog. They are local collaborators. From the assertions that we heard from some of the assembly members are deeply involved with the greatest respect. Local community members are involved, and some of the Odi Cruz are involved. You see, I was lucky because at Sapatia, I had a phone call, and some of the farmers there were my people. When I spoke the language, they came to me and they disclosed a lot to me. But they were afraid. But when I spoke on the phone and I spoke my language, they came back and they opened up to me. You know, so it is a hydra-headed monster. We have to tackle it from all fronts, both the external and then the internal. So that's assembly has done its part. The traditional authorities have done their part. Politicians that have done their part. The problem still persists. Where is it? Why is it so? Where is it coming from? So that is it. I think that's what I had to say.
I have a solution.